When it comes to celebrity brands, especially celebrity-owned beauty brands, I think it's fair to say we've seen a lot of garbage be pushed on us over the years. These brands are usually cash grabs. You can tell the celebrity was paid just to slap their name on it. There's no passion, no longevity.
I put on that J.Lo glow. You can't put on enough of this.
This is my years of experience and facials and dermatologist appointments, all in these bottles.
Ultra pigment, ultra wear. The best red I've ever put on my lips. And I say that because I created it.
You can always tell that they were hoping for a big payday from their fans and don't really care about what happens to the company in the long run. Over the years, more and more consumers have called these type of brands out and have been more selective with how and where they're spending their money. But that hasn't stopped these celebrities from continuing to find new markets to tap into and profit off of. Shay Mitchell did just that recently by creating a problem in a market that doesn't even or shouldn't even exist. And she's being absolutely dragged online over it. It's a mess. So let's get into it. Even though celebrity brands do receive a lot of criticism, and rightfully so, there are some out there that are done right. Not every company made by an influencer or celebrity is necessarily a cash grab. To have a good product, you need to be solving a problem people have, or at the very least, make people believe you're solving a problem they don't even know they have yet. That's why Shay Mitchell's company, Béis, has done so well for her. She created Béis because she wanted to solve a problem she and many other people have when it comes to travel. There's nothing worse than getting to the airport, finding out your bag is overweight. It doesn't fit in the overhead compartment. The wheels don't spin properly. Your travel day can be so much more stressful because of poorly designed luggage. And that's where Béis comes in. They're made to fit most airline size requirements. They fit in the overhead. They have weight indicators built into them. They seem to be made well for the most part. Judging by the reviews, it seems like Béis is actually a celebrity-owned brand that's loved and not just because of the name attached to the brand. Shay is a founder and co-owner of the brand alongside Beach House Group, and she's found so much success with her company. Well, I guess having one successful brand wasn't enough for her because just like every influencer or famous person under the sun, she decided it was time to break into the beauty market. She announced her newest brand called Rëini's on Instagram and wrote, "Something gentle, something new, launching tomorrow at Rëini." But this brand wasn't your typical skincare brand. You see, I think Shay and her business partner New Skincare is oversaturated with so much competition. So they decided to tap into a relatively new market, skincare for kids. New brands targeted towards kids have been popping up recently with a brand called Ever Eden launching in Sephora and other ones such as Pipa, which quite literally has the tagline of Start Young. Shay has decided to join that market and launched her brand with this picture of what looks like to be a toddler wearing a sheet mask on her Instagram. And I think you guys can already guess how this went over. People were so disgusted. The brand is launching with an everyday sheet mask which comes in different styles with a panda print, a dog, and a unicorn. She explained more about the brand on Instagram, writing, "So excited and honestly so relieved that I can finally talk about Ray. This has been 3 years in the making, inspired by my girls, their curiosity, and all the little moments that made me realize how early it starts. From birthday parties and face paint to wanting to do what mommy does with her face mask, it was only a matter of time. Rëini's isn't about beauty. It's about self-care. About teaching our kids that taking care of themselves can be fun, gentle, and safe. Our first product, the Aloe Vera Recovery Mask, actually comes from a spring break moment in Mexico when one of the girls got too much sun and needed some extra TLC. I wanted something that worked, but was still clean enough for my kids, and now it's finally here. Kids are naturally curious, and instead of ignoring that, we can embrace it with safe, gentle products parents can trust and sweet moments that bring us together." She probably thought this explanation would help get some heat off of her, but all it did was make people even more upset. People were like, "What do you mean it made you realize how early it starts?" There's a difference between wanting to have a spa day with your mom with some cucumbers over your eyes versus needing an everyday sheet mask as a toddler. And bottom line is no child needs a sheet mask. It doesn't matter how clean it is. It doesn't matter how cute the print is on the mask. The overall opinion was that of no child needing a sheet mask or skincare products.
Rëini is Rëini in Korean, which means children. So when we first started thinking about Rëini, we started looking at how can we make better products that actually parents could trust but kids want to try. And we're launching with face masks.
They are always wanting to do the things that mommy's doing. And then, Atlas one day was kind of like, wait, where's mine? And I tried to find her a sheet mask online, and the ingredients in these masks are crazy. They're actually shouldn't be used for kids at all. And then the same was true for all of the makeup. I'm looking at now all of the things that we eliminated from Rëini products, and it kind of makes us look at our own makeup, and we're like, oh.
As a brand, Rëini's committing to only use mineral-based mica. You will never find plastic glitter in our products.
We have a lot coming out.
And then the healing ointment,
yes,
the foaming body wash, then the daily barrier cream.
Shay's comment section was an absolute disaster, with people questioning how anyone ever thought this was a good idea. Writing, "There wasn't one person who thought this was insane. Not even one. This feels beyond grim. Girl, did not one of your friends tell you not to do this?" And a lot of comments were from people expressing their disappointment with the message the brand was sending out as well, writing, "Seriously, teaching young girls from a very sensitive age that they need things to be and feel prettier like they are not enough is disturbing. Do better." So disappointing marketing to young girls who should be outside playing, not obsessing over skin are. You must do better. Even dermatologists are criticizing the brand.
This new skincare brand that is meant for children really makes me mad as a dermatologist. One, kids don't need skincare, like maybe lotion if they have eczema, otherwise they don't need it, a cleanser in the bath, and some sun protection. That is it. As a parent of a almost 4-year-old, I just think about, what do I want my kid focusing on at this stage in their life, at this stage in their cognitive development, developing their social skills? For not 1 second do I really want them thinking about the quality of their skin or even taking care of their skin. They have the rest of their lives to be thinking about that, to be hung up over that. Let's not start the hang-ups early.
A lot of people are saying that this is capitalism. And Shay is combining 3 markets that do exceptionally well: beauty, health and wellness, and the baby market.
Skincare for toddlers. Shay Mitchell, her partner Matt, and a woman named Esther Song launched a skincare line for kids. We all know what makes the most money, right? Beauty, health and wellness, and then the baby market. So why not mush them all together and then add Korean skincare? That's what they're doing. And I get it, but it's a little bit weird still, right? Because these are littles. You know how everybody's talking about how there are 9, 10, 11-year-olds at Sephora and they're just doing too much? Why not market this to tweens, who, by the way, I don't think should be using skincare anyway. But skincare for the tiny littles is a little bit weird.
And the main talking point was about the beauty standards, especially for girls, and how we don't need to be telling toddlers they need to worry about their skincare routine.
Quote really sums up a lot of the controversy and a lot of what people are feeling. So it says, "This is next level predatory capitalism. Leave children, especially girls, alone. They will spend their entire lives battling a world that constantly measures their worth by how beautiful they are. They don't need you dragging that down to age 5. Not to mention, this brand's whole ethos is that this is so gentle on kids' skin. What could be more gentle than using nothing? That's another thing that a lot of people are saying, like, that is very true.
On the other hand, there are some people who don't see anything wrong with the concept. They think it's harmless and honestly isn't anything new.
I'm just gonna say it. I do not see an issue with Shay Mitchell's new skincare line for kids. What is the problem? How are we always finding an issue with something? It is a freaking face mask, for God's sake. We are acting as if there is retinol in the face mask. There's not. We are acting as if there is salicylic acid in the face mask. There's not. It is aloe vera and other simple ingredients. What is the problem?
Someone even used that play makeup that we all used to use in the early 2000s and was like, well, what's the difference between something like this and a sheet mask? There was probably so many toxic chemicals in that play makeup back in the 90s and early 2000s. And I mean, at least this apparently has clean ingredients. I personally think the difference lies in the intent behind the products being sold. I can remember playing with those play makeup kits, and I never wanted them because I felt like I needed them to look a certain way. I wanted it because it was fun. It was dress up. It was play makeup. Whereas this sheet mask feels more intentional with a message behind using it. I'm sure the brand isn't just releasing a sheet mask. They probably have other skincare products lined up, and eventually will have a whole slew of products for an entire skincare routine. Just like Shay said, how early it starts, it's only a matter of time.
She's right.
But why not try and prolong that time instead of starting them off earlier than ever? I also think we're living in a time where kids are so exposed to consumerism and the beauty standard, especially with social media. We've seen the TikToks of kids taking over Sephora, buying hundreds of dollars worth of makeup and skincare, buying Drunk Elephant, trying to buy retinol because they saw their favorite beauty influencer use retinol. It's absolute madness. And instead of trying to dial it back, brands like this are just reinforcing the idea of kids needing that and it being normalized and okay. The brand has also been trying to take this angle of, oh, if you get sunburned after playing outside, you can just use this sheet mask and it's so much fun, right? Because what happened to just buying a $5 bottle of that aloe gel and lathering your sunburn in it and calling it a day? Do we really need to be using this single-use garbage with some aloe gel on it for what, like $6 a mask? It's consumerism and it's so unnecessary, and that's just my opinion. I do think Shay had something really good with Béis. She's obviously a smart businesswoman. I can see the desire to break into the beauty industry, but I don't think she went about the marketing behind the brand well at all. It feels like she's marketing towards kids instead of the parents. It feels gimmicky. It feels a little bit dystopian, and I don't love it. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about everything down below, and I'll see you next time.